Hey! So this would be like Regent Street equivalent in London, and as you can see, it's 9 o'clock at night and fairly deserted, but there's some beautiful architecture. And occasionally you'll see a very nice man walking down the street with a briefcase, and you might tell him it's all on the cloud, or it's all on WikiLeaks. I was thinking about the Assange case, and I was thinking about how the Swedish people seem a bit naive about the extent to which their economy and their political climate is controlled. And it's a little bit disturbing. And then I was thinking about Mark Stevens' law firm and team, and how they really need to do more to protect the integrity of their case and make sure that women are not being hurt psychically, spiritually, emotionally, or physically. And so I think in this minimization of the actual harm, it's really not fair. And I think they should, in addition to making a denial, they should say, we really care about women, we would never hurt women. Because until they do that, they'll make themselves look like jerks, especially if Assange is allowed to say what he's been saying, which is quoted a million times in the press, that Sweden is the Saudi Arabia of feminism. He sounds Islamophobic and hateful and anti-woman when he says that. It really bothers me, because I really love WikiLeaks. I love it like crazy, but I'm a bit jaded to it. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Could I eat my tofu out of that? No, I don't think that's for tofu. I don't know if they make antique silver for tofu. Maybe in Japan. Yep. And I'm thinking about H.B. Gary, the H.B. Gary Aaron Burr scandal, and how totally funny that is. So totally funny. And I'm thinking about going somewhere cool, like Ireland. I think that's where I should go, Ireland. If anybody has any tips, they can email me, because no one's emailing me lately, including Mark Stevens, which, why would I think he'd want to email me back when I've essentially said they're slipping up big time, they need to get behind women 100%. And then this latest thing where they're adding Alan Dershowitz, and then there's Jeffrey Robertson, which if you look at Jeffrey Robertson, he's a xenophobic he's a racist. He's pro-Hiroshima. That's bullshit. Pro-Hiroshima. You cannot be pro-Hiroshima and pro-human rights. So he's on the defense of WikiLeaks. Now, add Alan Dershowitz, who thinks you should put needles under people's fingernails and is pro-torture. And I think he's a little bit ironic when he's saying we need legal warrants for torture. But he's operating within this jaded scheme where he knows that American policy is so pro-torture that at least they could make a documentation system through the legal operandi. And that isn't quite the same as supporting torture, but it's sort of like you will be known by the company you keep. And if you practice law within a country that condones and supports massive human rights violations, and then you begin to speak of them in such a casual way, it really makes him, I'd consider him very unsuitable for a human rights organization's defense, even though I'm excited he cares about animal rights, and I find it quite ironic that he supports torture, but is for animal rights. It's quite adorable. And on that note, we should all boycott Gucci because they deforest Brazil to grow cows for their stupid handbags that aren't even attractive. It's the most disgusting looking thing I ever saw.